My name is Julia Sledge. We live in Mobile, Alabama. So Thompson is our firstborn. We found out at his 20-week anatomy scan that he was going to be missing most of his left arm. It was devastating, but we rallied with the help of friends and family.
Immediately, I kind of switched into this is how things are. There's no point in dwelling on how things could have been or how you'd like them to have been. It was a great moment to corral our friends and family and have them, support us and show us how much they loved us.
When we got that diagnosis, I had never met an amputee. He was actually an IVF baby, so through our fertility doctor, when he found out about it, he introduced me to a nurse whose son was born missing part of his arm as well. So I talked to her and got to see pictures of her son, who was 14, watching him play baseball and do all that. So I had a little bit of a frame of reference before I had Thompson.
My name is Thompson, Sledge. I like to fish. I like to play with Nerf guns.
His friends will question it, and then usually after one question, they get his explanation of, I was born like this, and 99% of them just move on. There are, a couple of kids who keep asking over and over again.
Tons of people say I was born like that, and some people get on my nerves.
He has learned to just ignore it and move on, but most kids are very accepting and just gravitate towards him, actually.
We actually spend a lot of time with Thompson showing him examples of others that have upper arm amputations or were born with amniotic band syndrome and helping him to see examples of people that have gone on to achieve high things. Shaquem Griffin is a big person in our family, and Thompson's met Shaquem, and he sees that he's gotten to the highest level with an amniotic band amputation. And so we'd like to use examples that reinforce in him his success when you are pushing yourself to achieve and be independent.
He is very independent.
He's pretty much the only child that does everything on his own, from taking his bath to drying himself off to fixing his own breakfast in the morning and putting his plates away. If I could teach the other kids how to do that, we would be winning.
My girls lean on us a little bit more than Thompson does, actually. I think missing a limb, he overachieves.
He's certainly the most independent and fearless little boy that I know. There's nothing that we've experienced or exposed him to that he has been afraid to take on. I would say he probably leans most to doing things without the prosthesis. However, there are certain things that he simply just cannot do without it.
Before I got my arm, I couldn't ride my bike without training wheels.
The insurance companies have been very difficult. When we decided to get him the prosthetic, we were all in for the myoelectric, and we thought, this is amazing, this is going to be great. And then when we heard that he was denied, it was, a little dumbfounded.
We went so far as to include letters with pictures of him in them, thinking that might sway their opinion or willingness to work with us, but I think we were stopped in our tracks 3 or 4 different times.
The first one, they would cover just the bare minimum specifications, which is not what we wanted for our son. And the second one would not cover prosthetic at all.
What we want him to have is to enjoy the prosthesis for something that's functional, that's useful for him, and it doesn't get in his way. Heather Abbott Foundation and David Rotter, people that are coming into contact with us, it's made it a unique experience and one that we're really proud of.
He is just the light of my life. My heart swells with pride for him every single day.
He's my best friend. He's a person I want to be around more than anybody, and he just has an infectious personality and a heart that I think as long as he remains self-assured, there's no chance but for him to be successful.
Live
Your
life.
Live your life.